How did court proceedings show you the true colors of the man you had kids with? My ex-husband Riker told the courts I was too emotional to care for our son. 6 months after my daughter died, she passed away in the car with him. He was at a bar drinking, so she volunteered to drive him home since she was going that way anyway. That was the last time I told her goodnight. Riker was riddled with guilt for the first few months. He enrolled himself into grief counseling and checked in on me so much it started causing fights with his new girlfriend. It sounds bad, but seeing his life get worse made me feel a little better in this sick, twisted way. But then 4 months after, the comments started. When do you think you'll be ready to move on? Is this what she would want? I tried to ignore it, but then came the photography. He'd take pictures of me crying for memories, kept his phone secretly audio recording, speaking about Michaela to make me break down. Before I knew it, he was texting on the days I had our son. Did you remember to pick him up from school? Is dinner handled? I was struggling, I'll admit. Got prescribed Zoloft and joined a support group for parents who'd lost children. I thought being transparent with him would help. I sent him updates about my progress and how some days felt like tsunamis. I had no idea he was using this against me. I still remember the day I got served papers at Michaela's grave on what would have been her 17th birthday. Emergency custody modification, pages of evidence, photos of my house with dishes in the sink, texts where I'd said, I can't do this anymore, claims our son said, mommy's always sad. He wanted immediate custody transfer, psychological evaluation, supervised visitation only. I screamed and cried to him over the phone that night, but he just recorded it as extra evidence. 3 weeks later, the incident happened. Riker texted me on Sunday night, girlfriend's in hospital, can you please take him? I'll grab him early tomorrow. I said yes. He brought our son over at 7 p.m., asked to use the bathroom upstairs, was up there maybe 3 minutes, came down, hugged our son, then headed out the door. The next morning, he was at my door at 8 a.m. sharp. Our son was taking a shower like he always did in the mornings when we heard him yell in pain. We ran up and opened the door, and his face was swollen like a balloon, bright red skin, welts spreading across his arms in real time. It hurts, mommy, it hurts. I ran to him, my hands shaking as I tried to understand. Riker immediately started yelling, what did you do? Get his clothes now. I tried to explain there was nothing here to cause this, but Riker just kept shouting how he asked for one favor and I screwed it up. He rushed our crying and blistered son to the car, telling him daddy's here to help. I remember curling into a fetal position on the floor and sobbing. I'd failed to protect both my children. Later, I started investigating how this allergic reaction could have happened. I smelled a shampoo bottle. That's when I got hit with it. Lavender. Our son's been allergic to it since he was 2. My mind raced on how this was possible, and then I realized, Riker. When he dropped him off last night and went upstairs, he put lavender in the shampoo. I called him. There was lavender in the shampoo. His voice was cold. I think the grief is messing with your head. Why would I do that to our boy? The emergency hearing happened 48 hours later. Our son's ER report was damning. I tried explaining that Riker set me up, but the court looked at me like I was crazy. The judge ruled, while the court sympathizes with your grief, the child's safety comes first. Immediate custody to father. 4 hours supervised visitation on Saturdays. 2 weeks later, Riker poured salt in the wound and filed to terminate my visitation entirely. Our son's new therapist he got 2 weeks ago even wrote a letter about trauma symptoms. My own lawyer said I might have to say goodbye to my son, but then 2 days before the final hearing, she made a request. A record of the grief counseling Riker claimed to attend, to prove he was where he claimed he was. The judge ordered they be provided within 24 hours, and when Riker's lawyer stalled, we realized we'd struck gold. But then that same night, Riker vanished. Even his lawyer couldn't reach him. After 20 hours, someone from a travel agency called my lawyer. Turns out, Riker paid cash for 2 tickets to Thailand last night, 1 adult, 1 child. The airport footage showed my son clutching his little backpack walking through. That night, my lawyer called. Riker never attended grief counseling. He lied to you. I'm sorry. My world stopped. I put the phone down and sobbed. For a long time after I wondered why would someone lie about attending grief counseling, but now it's years later. My son is mine again, and I now finally understand why Riker never went to grief counseling for Michaela, because how do you grieve someone you killed? Full story of how OP found Riker on channel linked below.